G'day everyone. As many of you are probably aware, I was kicked out of the footy last night. It was a pretty awful experience, to be honest. I've never been kicked out of anything before, so never been in trouble with the law ever. So it was new for me and something I'm going to have to unfortunately remember for the rest of my life. We put some banners up early in the game, or I put a banner up early in the game. There was a News Limited, or anti-News Limited banner. It read, "News enriched while Storms left to die." I was asked to take that down within 5 minutes, which basically the security guard came and obviously just ripped it down. As I said, just take it. So he ripped it down, not saying anything about the reasonings behind it getting ripped down, apart from it was offensive. There was nothing about any blocking of advertisements or anything like that. So that was the first instance. He left, and whilst I was disappointed, I just kept watching the football and basically cheered as I always did and acted the same. With about 20 minutes to go, about 25 minutes to go, my apologies, I put a banner that said "Reinstate Dr. Moody" and had the other three directors' names on it as well. That was up for about, again, 5 minutes, until Fiona downstairs wanted it, because obviously she liked what it said, and I took it off and threw it down to her so she could hold it downstairs so everyone else could see it down there. And got cheers, and a lot of people agreed, and it was awesome, because that's what they've been made for. They've been made to get the support of everyone to get behind our cause, and thanks to her running it downstairs, it got a bit more. After I took that one down, I put up another one, which is the one I made 2 nights ago, that said, "We support our players, coach and staff, not News Limited." Nothing, no swearing. There's nothing in my banners has ever been, never been derogatory towards, anyone at the Storm, or there's never been violent or contain any swearing. So that banner I had up sent a clear message, with no coarse language or anything like that. About 5 minutes later, the Grand Security came. It was the same fella who took the first banner down, and said it had to come down again, and this time it was because it was blocking advertising, and that I had to leave. Now, as you can imagine, I was very upset. If it was something that I'd done that had deserved or warranted being kicked out of the venue, then yes, I could wear that. But I've been kicked out of watching the team that I absolutely love, the club that I've supported since 13 years ago, since when we started. And I tell you guys, it hurt. It hurt getting ejected, knowing that the boys were still running around out there, and I was outside. There's a few things that really upset me more than most. One of them was the fact that, look, I didn't hold any grudges towards the security guard or the police, because, as I've said to many of my friends, they just had a job to do and they were doing it. It was News Limited who ordered me out, and unfortunately they were the poor messengers who had to, carry out that unwelcome task. But that wasn't until the security guard basically fabricated the truth and told blatant lies, and that's the thing that upsets me as well. Obviously the bigger picture is News Limited kicking me out for putting the banners up. That upset me. But the security guard lying and telling the police things that weren't true, it just made me more upset. Security guard actually told the police that I'd been warned 3 times that it was blocking advertising, and now that I had to leave. That was a lie, and as everyone sitting near me was trying to explain, wasn't true. He never mentioned anything about advertising the first time, and then the second time, he said that, and I had to leave, and basically that was it. he told the police there were 3 times, which was just rubbish. There was not 3 times, there was 2. And the police asked him again and again, are you sure there was 3 times? And he said yes. They actually asked him if he was sure, and he said yes. And that's just a lie. That's just a lie. The police, as much as, they were sympathetic, and, even one of them agreed with me and agreed that News Limited were killing the club, he said he had a job to do, and as much as he hated doing it, he had to follow through with it. And he even actually said to me that, that he would, that I wouldn't get in any trouble for it, because he believed that I was telling the truth, and he believed that the cause I was fighting was just. It's just that, News Limited control room wanted me out, and I had to go. Alright, the big picture in all this. Now, there was a couple of things I learnt. I learnt that our supporters are awesome. The people are fantastic, and again, thank you to everyone who supported me. The people up where I sit who were trying to stop them taking me. The people downstairs who all came and saw me as I was getting ejected from the front gate and tried again to stop me. The team at MadFan for their support as well, filming it, and again trying to talk the situation down. That was the big thing I learnt. It's given me a newfound passion and a newfound determination to fight for you guys. Not that I'd ever wavered in that, but seeing the support that we do have, it's really heartening. And in my time of sadness and dejection for all being kicked out, it was a ray of sunshine for me, because it was something to think about, something positive to think about. And thanks very much to everyone. The other thing I learnt was that we must be really hitting News Limited where it hurts. They've kicked me out. They've kicked me out of the venue. They've kicked me out. They know that what we're doing is getting to them, and this is their way of trying to silence us. And if they think that that's going to work, they have absolutely no idea. They have absolutely no idea. We're going to keep fighting. As I said, I want to make this to explain what had happened. I was actually, one thing I forgot to mention was I was actually ordered to, stand outside. So I was standing outside watching the game on the screen and still cheering and getting behind the boys. And then I was told by more police that, they got new word from News Limited Control that I had to leave the venue completely. Which, as much as there's no point talking to the police, because they're only doing their job, and I had to leave it completely, as I said. So I went down to the bench and was watching it through the glass, standing on the footpath watching it through the glass and still cheering. Had little Xander with me, so I was still watching the game. And then another security guy came, not police, but again one of the AAMI Park security, and told me I had to leave the complete premises, which at this stage I refused. I'd had enough. And he didn't make any issue of that, because I wasn't going anywhere. And I think he'd known if he wanted to move me, he had to go get a team of people. And plus I had little Xander, so it was in his probably best interest just to let me stand there, as I was, causing no harm. I'd just like to thank everyone for their support. Last night, I apologise I didn't go to the after party. As you can imagine, I wasn't in a very good mood. I was a bit sad. I'd missed part of the game. In 13 years of following the club, I've never had anything like this. I didn't really deal with it well when I went home. I must admit, I was a bit down in the dumps, and basically just wanted to go to sleep and forget about it. But I hope it doesn't happen to anyone else. But we will keep fighting, guys. And if it does happen again, well, it's for a good cause, and we're going to keep fighting these corrupt pricks. Pardon my language. I'm sorry about that. The other thing, Dr. Moody was with us. He saw it all. So again, I thank him for his support. He was fantastic. But yeah, I just wanted to explain it to everyone, because probably a lot of you saw it and wondered what it was all about. So that was it. And guys, I can't urge you enough. We've got one home game left. Let's get behind this wonderful team we have. The players, they never cease to amaze me with everything that's been thrown at them, not only by outside people, but people within their own club, being News Limited. They continue to perform like that, and it's just so pleasing. It's just so pleasing, and it makes me smile. The coach, amazing, just an amazing person. the staff at the club, you know, they didn't ask for any of this, and they've just keep battling on with a brave face. And last but certainly not least, my fellow supporters. You know, we're all in it together. We all turn up to support the boys. We're a great bunch of people. We're an amazing bunch of people. Resilient, you know, we're tough, we're spirited, we're passionate. And I know personally, I'm proud to tell people I'm part of a group that's so passionate and so supportive. And it's something in my life that I cherish, the Storm as a team, but also the supporters and the friends I've made in this quest for fair treatment from the National Rugby League and News Limited. And all I can urge you guys is please don't stop, keep going. We've got one home game left. Let's send a clear message to News Limited that we do not want them there, and we want our sacked 4 directors back in charge of the club, because they have the best interests of the players, the fans, and everyone else involved in the club at heart. Thanks very much, guys. God bless you all.